for me, if you're a left winger and you get played on the right, that's for a reason, my brother.
No, because Vinny, they told him,
but
Vinny.
again, Vinny
Paul
can play on
Scholes played
both
left
sides as
wing.
well. But play it this way, both of them are left wingers. One of them's more dangerous on the line. Fair enough, Vinny is very, very dangerous. But for me, Rodrygo just does it. I hate when you lot move like I'm chatting.
I'm listening. No, I'm listening.
No one stopped you.
You introduced the missus on the content. She's good.
Yeah.
She's good. It's good. I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing. I see it. I see it. The
She's
food.
there.
The food didn't look great, but.
What? You trying to say the missus can't cook?
No. He cooked.
I heard what you heard.
He cooked.
Your missus can't cook is outrageous.
No.
I just want to say, Sang, good to be back. Good to be back.
Welcome
and yeah.
Can we say your dad of the year?
The dad man.
Your dad of the year,
Stop
bro.
it.
Because that
Stop
footage,
it.
bro, are you not seeing he's bringing his daughter's man on the holiday and he's apart? Like,
it's mad.
I'm looking at that, not understanding.
So, before I get onto what I was going to get onto, I got a special mention for my man here. Yeah, Menace. Oh, yeah. I was away watching Filthy with Rahman, old type Rahman. Unbelievable. Best debut. And you made a great debut. Wicco, like there's few people.
It's a new era.
Unbelievable.
Yamal, fam.
Oh my God.
Yamal,
And what did I ring you?
What? Yeah, you rang me. 100%.
rang
You rang
you?
me. Yeah, you rang me straight away.
Bro, it's never personal.
Hey, listen.
I've never been personal.
So you know, like,
I rate.
clap.
you know your mouth.
Wait, pause. What do you want? Wait, what are you talking, man?
Innit, man? What's going on for
wrong
you?
with manners,
And
bro?
you've been. I was going to say about your performances.
Talk to him.
Listen, my brother, chill out, yeah.
I thought he was gonna big you up.
Nah. Wait. So one sec. I rang Poet and I said to Poet, bro, I don't think we've ever done this on Filthy. I think he needs to be up top.
Huh?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a big decision.
Bro,
big
but
decision.
then are we going to
I
reward
did,
him? Are we going to reward him
Yeah,
for
you sure?
going for
Bro,
another
wait.
filthy brother, bro?
was after.
Are we going to
That was
reward him
after.
for
My
that?
brother.
I didn't say
I
anything.
saw that pop on the time. I followed him. I see it on the time. I was like, whoa.
Why though? But he had to say it though. No one said it.
Let me land
Everyone's
this one,
agreeing,
though.
but
Remember
he
when
just come
Enzo
back.
Fernandez got the captaincy after racism? Are we going to do that here? Because what he's done...
What are you comparing?
Bro,
Just
that's what he
because he's
did.
on the same team,
That's
bro.
what he did.
No, Menace. It's because you said his missus can't cook. This is how you
can't
get
cook.
I
My
hear
missus
it, I
can
hear
cook.
it.
We're not even saying that on the camera. My missus can cook beans.
Oh my God.
She can't cook.
Boys, I forgot. So that was the thing I was going to say, but you mentioned something about the family taking the boys away. Oh my God. So let me just tell you something. So the first few days, the tensions were high.
Okay.
Tensions got high. We left the girls. We went and viewed a big house, and we left the girls at home. The girls got angry. I'm laughing at the boys because they're angry at the boys. The boys are just like on their phones, upset. I end up getting dragged into this. They blame me. Oh my God, it's a madness. I lied for the boyfriend, innit? He went, Kev. He went, didn't I say Casey's asleep? And I'm like, you didn't, but I don't want to get you in trouble. I need peace here. I've just paid a racket, you know what I mean? So I went, yeah, of course. Anyway, I find out later, he's put me in it. I go and snitch. I say, Casey, he didn't tell me that. Yeah. Anyway, so the tensions were high, right? We're arguing. We're at Universal shouting at each other in the thing. People might have seen Steve or might have filmed or something, so that might pop up soon. We're going at each other, right? Anyway, cut the long story short, we get into a family fight at a park the next day against another family. Of course we won. We won.
That black you.
Right.
And that's the test. That's the test. That's the test for the boyfriend. That's the real test.
Brother!
That's the real. Tell me what he was on. Tell me what he was on. Tell me what he was
There's
on.
one big brother, yeah?
Yeah.
He's coming for me. Obviously, I got the dad fat or whatever it is, the dad bod. He's coming for me. E-man steps in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says, nah.
The captain.
Yo, the guy crumbles. It was beautiful. We had my brother there, my nephew, even Erin was a little bit shook, but at the end she was like, Daddy,
Yeah.
the whole family.
Come
in that
on,
moment.
Spartans.
Oh my God. But I have to say, I did get hurt. And yeah, I got a bad neck. And I'm suing the park.
What attack? From an attack?
Brother, do you know what happened?
He's suing the
What
park.
happened? What
The
happened?
rubber dinghies that you slide on the slide down, the big things, they chucked them off the full, like 4 stories up. Hit me flush on the head.
Yeah,
Neck.
that's pain.
Creek.
I saw that you look like you're
Trust
uncomfortable.
me.
Yeah,
I had to
for
get
sure.
the wheelchair.
Who chucked it? The people
For
you're
your neck.
snapping.
That's after. That's
You got
not-
the wheelchair for your neck?
Why not? Why not?
For I told you, I smashed up my ankle and I came in here with a helmet. That would make sense to you.
Your ankle keeps making you buckle. You might get CTE or a little concussion or something if you drop and bust your head. So you might want to wear a helmet because you're being extra safe.
You're American, you know. You know, in America, a man tries to sue McDonald's for making him fat. You're American, bro.
Anyway, boys, it's that time again, even though Wick isn't here. This is an advertisement for Saley.
Saley. No.
Why not?
Why not? I was warming for that.
Was that better than Skits' one last week?
All right. Yours was terrible.
Was it terrible?
Terrible.
Kind of bad.
Was that my fault, Skits?
Oh, what? The
Was
list
that my
one or the
fault?
singing one?
The list one was cold.
Saley on a day.
Nah,
That's
Steve.
something
You should have
Oh,
stayed. The
man.
first one was
The
way
octave.
better.
80s.
The octave
Wow,
was
man.
changing.
Yeah, man.
But I like that the fact that you tried something new. Sometimes mix it up. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, that wasn't a good mix.
Saley is the affordable, easy to use and sustainable eSIM service that gives reliable mobile and internet connections from over 200 destinations worldwide. Just download the Saley app and pick a data plan. It will automatically activate the moment you reach your destination. Steve-O, you was abroad.
Mate, that is exactly what I did. I can't believe it. I've always heard about the eSIMs and all the rest of it, and obviously we spoke about Saley. We had a little discount code, so I rang you. You were still awake at that time anyway. But yeah, man, it worked straight away. As soon as I put it on, changed the settings, and I was good to go, mate. It was perfect. And that was in Florida, by the way. So yeah, worldwide.
So with a Saley eSIM, you ditch the physical SIM, save on roaming costs, and you never lose connection.
Never.
Saley gives you a secure internet connection on your travels and enables you to switch your device's virtual location back home so you can access all apps and sites which may be blocked abroad. So you have no problem keeping up to date with the football, movies, TV shows, all of that. And if you're moving on to another country, just add a new destination to your existing Saley eSIM. There's no need to install a new one every time.
Download Saley in the App Store or by scanning the QR code on the screen. Right there on Skits' face. All over it. There you go.
Wow.
That is mad.
What? Use code FILTHYFELLAS at the checkout to get 15% off your first purchase. I did that. You get it?
The details in the episode description box below. Steve-O.
Saley on a daily.
That's the Motown version. I'm rating that. That's the Motown version. That's Motown.
Motown.
That's proper.
It's the gap.
Right. just there for no reason.
My reading was really good today. I do miss him, but because Loons wasn't here.
100%.
I can't lie to you.
Why? What does Loons
Pressure.
do?
Ad-libs.
You know when you've got a really good player on your team, but they're a bit of a luxury player, and they're getting on a bit. You get what I'm trying to say? So sometimes you got to let them know, brother, you ain't got the same pace that you had before to just go on these runs. The
What's
IQ
it?
might be there, but...
So,
See that the Saley ad? The Saley ad is just the ball being passed along the back line, maybe to midfield. Loons is playing
He asks us
further
to-
forward. He doesn't need to get involved in that, but for
I've
some
been-
strange
I've
reason,
seen it. I've
you just
seen
see him
it.
come all the way back to the left back position, interrupt Lippy, then go, yeah, I got my trophy, Liverpool till now on. All of that stuff. It's just like...
That was accurate.
Why did you let him do it?
Because sometimes the best thing to do is let someone touch the fire, get burnt, and then every time they go to do it again, you go, look at the scar.
Loons isn't even in the country for this episode.
We sent him away.
We made sure. he's not even in the UK because obviously we're going to speak about some transfers now. So we have to speak about the champions. And we get to have a great convo.
To be fair,
about them
thank
now.
God he's not here.
Oh,
innit?
praise the Lord.
I checked the podcast.
The
They said about the
podcast.
wages. It makes sense with the efficiency and
This morning, we'll get on, but this morning in the WhatsApp group,
Jesus.
Loons,
He's
Fremont.
not even in the country, but he's in the
Saley
country.
Sim strong though.
Yeah.
He was
They
replying.
need to lock his sim off.
He was
They need to lock his-
replying.
They need to lock his sim off. Saley, lock that off.
Saley, lock that.
Block that, man. Serious.
Saley on a weekly.
Yeah, Saley on a monthly.
But boys, obviously, I want to start with some transfer news, man. And I want to start with Liverpool, seeing as obviously the old man's not here.
Big business.
How sick have they been at the start, by the way, of this transfer window?
Bro, I said it on Twitter, man. It's like they're playing Master League. I don't know about my old
Yeah,
school
crazy.
Pro Evolution.
Crazy.
Remember Master League on Pro 1, there's no negotiations. If you got the money, you just get the player.
yeah.
And it's like that's what Liverpool are doing, bro. And what's mad about it is they won the league, bro.
Yeah, man.
And this is what they're doing. So yeah, scary, man.
Do you know what's scary about the most, apart from the Zubimendi situation that didn't come into fruition, Liverpool didn't even sign anyone last year. really.
And that's
They've won the
what's
league.
mad.
And then this year,
crazy.
when I take a look at the way Arsenal do business in comparison to everyone, but let's just compare it to Liverpool. Liverpool identify a target, it becomes public knowledge, and before you know it, he's wearing the red jersey. It's not taking 6 months, 7 months. Not only is that the sign of, I think, of obviously a team that clearly players want to come to them, but they do good business. And that's kind of scary then for next season, because if they have another good season, and then there are links with other good players, you're just going to think, well, what happened when they were linked with WIRTZ? Happened.
Yeah, it happened,
Frimpong?
yeah.
Happened. Like,
They're
they
closers.
just make it happen.
Closers.
So,
All right, boys, but you said something there about last year, they didn't sign no one, won the league. Who's to say that you sign people and it could
Gets
mess
better.
up your
Nah,
motion?
It could get worse. Could get worse. Could get worse.
It could, but if you look at the players that they've got, Frimpong had to get him because Trent's gone. WIRTZ, you could kind of argue that position's kind of needed as well.
Ain't no one going to correct him on this
Well,
WIRTZ.
WIRTZ, yeah.
He's been saying it for a couple
They're
of
man are
episodes
getting
now.
on to you about that.
And I English man. WIRTZ. Then.
We keep saying GYÖKERES as well. That's another one we need to talk about.
WIRTZ and obviously KERKEZ. I don't know
Baller.
if Robertson's moving on, but he's obviously dropped off a
Gone
bit.
older.
He knows what time it is.
So with these signings, I don't. It's like sometimes you kind of just to spoil yourself in it, to just overload and have a lot of people in the squad. But these are for me, they're needed replacements. Obviously, WIRTZ is gonna have a bit of pressure with the price tag.
Proper pressure.
Real
Let's not say proper. It's real
pressure.
life
Well,
pressure.
you're putting pressure on him, yeah?
But
110% with that
but
money.
before
We've been
before
through
we
it.
go into the pressure on him, you kind of have to rate Liverpool because they're getting 41 million from Leverkusen.
That's incredible.
For QUANSAH,
Yeah.
which is homegrown.
Mental.
Just straight profit.
Mental.
It's very good
It's
business.
a very good business, but let's not be surprised there in the sense that he's an England international, former international. I know he's not in every squad, but he's been
got
there.
caps.
I see him play.
So 41 million for that for me, when you're seeing, I'm trying to think of the player from League One who's got a 22 million pound price tag on him. Like, so 40 million for a full-blown centre-half. I don't think that's too much. I think it's decent business for both parties, to be honest with you. But,
You know who his manager is, though?
Erik.
Ten
oh,
Hag.
Erik Ten Hag.
It might be bad business.
But when we ask
anyway,
this
go
though, quickly, do you think they've let go of Quansah too early? Because if you think about it,
Who's their centre backs?
It's
Sorry.
obviously it's still Van Dijk and
Konate, but
Konate.
who else is there?
but
Gomez.
Gomez,
wow.
who gets hurt.
yeah.
VVD's getting older. Konate, I don't know if it's true, but I see some contract stuff going on with him, Real Madrid.
Wow.
But they have a plan though, because Mark Gay,
Yeah.
that's the one they was talking about, and
Aye.
that I couldn't believe it when they were linked to him. I said, okay, they're getting too far now. I don't know who's pissed
Let's
them
have
off.
it right. If they're linked with him, they're probably going to get him.
Exactly,
'Cause
they're
I
closers.
see that. I don't know if we're going to talk about Palace later, but I see Palace are linked with the Sporting Lisbon centre-back.
Which one?
Aye.
Diamande.
Diamande,
yeah.
Diamande.
Crazy.
So,
stuff.
and he's not going to be cheap. So they must know that they got some money coming in.
And he's
from
got
somewhere.
1 year. I think he's got 1 year left on his contract. So him going for free is crazy. I don't
Get
know
the
if they'll
money,
be
man. Get the
comfortable.
money.
If we be
leaving a
honest,
player like that.
be honest though, as well as we're talking about Liverpool signing, the fact that they've tied down Virgil and Salah's
Yeah,
problems
mad.
as well.
Big.
On top of the signings, Virgil had to stay. They got it done, and they got Salah done, who we know what he done in the league. So realistically, that's as important as your WIRTZ and Frimpongs as well.
I think it might be more important, to be fair,
100%.
because like you had the potential and scope to be losing 4 men that are arguably a big part of the reasons why Liverpool are such a good side. And
Who was
by
the
that,
4?
I would have said Trent, Robertson, Salah and Virgil van Dijk were uncertainties, and at least 2 of the 4 have been confirmed, do you know what I'm saying? And the 2 that are leaving, I think bringing in, I'm still not sold on Frimpong. I love Frimpong, but I just think playing right wing or wherever he was playing further forward in Germany for, the best parts of your years as a football player, to then come to arguably the best league in the Premier League, it's super intense to go and play right back, where we questioned Trent Alexander-his performances there as a defensive right back. You're talking about a man that don't even want to defend. He says he wants to play right back, but I just think, boy.
With Onslaught though, do you reckon there's going to be a moment of, it wasn't his team before, now it is his team, he's going to try and do too much tinkering? Is there a moment where he's going to try and overprove himself? Because a lot of people say, well, it's someone else's team, even though he made changes. But now with all those players,
The reason why I disagree with that is because the changes that are coming, we can all sit at the table and agree that they needed to happen. A new left back because Robertson's going, you need a new left back, new right back, and then I think the Cam situation is signing WIRTZ. I just think Harvey Elliott probably hasn't become what everybody thought he was going to become,
like he's going
and
as
he looks
well.
like he might go. And next season, once you've won the league, the bad thing about QUANSAH and Elliott being at top clubs is once you've won the league, you have to win the league again. So you see that time to allow a young player to develop and become what he needs to become. Unfortunately, you can't give it to them under your circumstances. So you can go buy Leverkusen and Harvey Elliott will probably go to another team. But so I think the WIRTZ deal was a good deal as well.
I know that we're talking about Liverpool right now, but obviously I got the cannon tied on my arm.
Where? When did you get that? You had it all the time?
All the time. It's the whole time.
You've had an Arsenal tattoo the whole
Hooligan,
time?
Whole time.
Oh my God.
You got West Ham
Big
tattoo?
man, bro.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about us for a second, but it's not to rate us. Because that 41 million for QUANSAH would be the most money we'd ever got for a player if we sold him.
What?
Yes.
Can I ask you, by the way? So
That stinks, man.
Let me just talk about it for
Go
a
on,
second.
go on.
Because this list is, I got to take the shades off. This list here is insane.
Go on.
So the most money we've got for a player
Chamberlain.
is for Oxlade-Chamberlain.
That's mad.
Which
40?
we didn't want him to go.
Nope.
That was crazy. Liverpool battered us a couple games before.
He was throwing a tantrum on the pitch.
But that's not what stinks the most, because that wasn't that long ago. Second on the list is Nicholas Anelka.
What?
Our second highest transfer ever is
Departure.
25 years ago.
How much did he go for? 21.
21 million.
Do you know why that breaks my heart? Because within that time, we don't talk about Arsenal for too long, but again, it speaks to how bad our business must be. We've sold Nasri, we sold Cesc Fabregas, Chleb,
Percy.
Percy.
Wow.
And do you know what it is?
Adebayor.
No, but listen.
Sanchez,
even the three players you just mentioned and Adebayor, these are players that we needed. They've sold QUANSAH. Just a guy that is just like, just go be free.
Don't
for
be,
more
don't
dough
be.
than we've got
As
for...
much as I don't like Arsenal, don't be too harsh. The inflation nowadays is different.
Nah,
but
man,
that's,
but-
it's
I get the bread.
It's the...
But QUANSAH's not 41 million.
QUANSAH,
He's not 41 million
if you
5 years
sold
ago.
your players that you're talking about right now, we're talking hundreds for certain man.
Anelka would be a lot now, yeah? But you still got to think about how long ago it was, bro.
Yeah, bun Arsenal.
Like Van Persie should have been more than an Elka.
Right, I have to take
I
the
thought
glasses
it
off one
was.
sec.
I thought Van Persie was sold for more than an Elka.
I'm looking at the dates here, right? And I'm trying to think, what was the top transfer fee, say, for instance, when Alex Sanchez went, right? So he went for what, 25 mil? He had a year left on his contract.
With Mkhitaryan and going
Right.
It was a
away as well.
Mkhitaryan thing.
Okay. Pogba was at United them times. He had come for 100 million.
About 80 something.
80 something. Okay.
Go. Never, not 100 million.
CR7 had gone.
He had got. So what I'm saying is the money was up them times.
Yeah.
So getting
For
rid of
Sanchez, definitely.
crazy.
Crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
that was mad.
That's bad business
Yeah,
again.
but
that-
we gave you a player and bread. It weren't just bread.
But you know what? We're criticising them about some bad business, or maybe they got their pants pulled down or whatever. But getting rid of Iwobi for what he went for.
How much is
Smith
it?
Rowe.
I thought it was like 40. I thought Iwobi was 40 mil. I was under the
Almost
impression it
40.
was. Is it add-ons that brings it to that, or?
Might be Euros. Might be Euros.
Might be
but
Euros, oh, yeah.
Smith Rowe.
That's good.
Eddie Nketiah.
Profit, all profit.
All profit.
Balogun.
And that's
Willock.
on that
Willock.
sustainability thing they're talking about when you do sell the youngsters. It helps with the.
So going back to Arsenal as a club now, I don't know. I know Spurs at the moment, they're the top club when it comes to business. But in my lifetime, Arsenal have always run sick, to be honest with you. Whether they were buying the stadium, you were telling them to buy players them times.
No,
They
it's
didn't
an
do
honest
it.
business. It is.
They
It
didn't-
is.
You know what I mean? So they've
And
always
Tottenham,
been
It's
decent.
only because I saw Chris Brown on Saturday. So like,
They're
really,
just
truly, like
making money elsewhere,
yeah,
right?
that makes
America
sense.
football and all the rest of it. So in that sense,
Crazy.
maybe it has swings and roundabouts in it. Like, okay, we don't do sell a lot this way, but we make a bit of profit and we do our business on a good balance. I don't know. I'm not an Arsenal fan.
I hear it though. It's a little bit of balance. You can't look at it too emotionally. It's just when you see the list of players that it is. It's
Van
kind of like,
Persie.
whoa,
Is that a year left on his contract?
it's crazy.
So that's bad business. Letting them get all the way down that all the
He
time.
was top goal scorer
Yeah,
that
man,
year
that's
as well, and then
crazy.
left.
And because of the business we're talking about, the sort of balance, you're not going to go and give him the 250 he probably got
Yeah.
at United at the time.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Liverpool though. When you take a look at the new signings, and do we think another successful year for them? Do we believe that silverware's on the cards again straight away?
I'm terrified.
Serious.
I'm terrified. I'm not gonna lie, bro, because we sing 20 times, yeah. They could be singing 21, and it's done. We already know it's done, but then it's like now, am I gonna have to hope for Arsenal to win? That's crazy. Because Man City, you already know what they're about. Liverpool winning it, I can't manage that.
City boys, like, are we not seeing what they're doing?
Yeah, City
they're
boys are
literally
up.
replacing.
City boys are
so
up.
they got a Gundogan replacement, right? In
Yeah,
that Rikers,
Reinders.
right?
Rikers Island.
Rakitic.
He's cold.
They got
At Nuri.
Ain't Nuri.
Left back.
But they always needed a left back. Now they can put my man, the Croatian, centre back, right? Nice little move there as well.
That's a good point.
They've
Oh,
got
yeah.
Cherki
Oh, baller.
replaces De Bruyne. Might work. Might be the greatest signing of all time, or it might not be.
That's
it could
crazy.
be. It could be 35 million for that generational talent.
I'll be
if
honest.
it works.
All
That's fairly-
time.
Do you think he's
Of all time, Premier League. Go and find. It's only Seamus Coleman or people like that. But 35 million for that in this market.
Yeah, I'm with you. Chamberlain went for 40.
And then they got who's the other? There's another replacement. They got another one. I'm sure. Maybe not. But
not yet.
But take into consideration their January
So
signings.
Marouche.
Marouche, and then they got the
Marmouche.
Marmouche.
You're not going to
That's
come
the
here and talk
Alvarez.
Arabic. That's one thing you're not going to do.
That's the Alvarez replacement a couple of seasons back. That's what I'm saying. That team that was dominating a few years back, they've now for
It's
me.
not better than this Liverpool team.
They got the midfielder as well.
Cherki's really good. But he's replacing De Bruyne.
I know.
Yeah? Reinders is really good. Gundogan. Like, these are serious. Like, Marmouche, I get it.
Gundogan.
Man, I'm making up bare players.
Yeah,
Not
but
even
they-
just you.
they
No,
are who
it's
they are,
it's
innit?
him as well, bro.
Let's just play FIFA.
I don't
It
know
just
these guys.
sorts
I
it all
don't
out
know none
for
of
you.
these guys, bro. I don't know none of these guys.
You're saying they're just making up ballers.
Gundogan.
They're just making up ballers.
I don't know who these men are, bro. These men are playing.
man are doing fleur-de-lis.
FIFA 30.
This
These
is
men are ahead
mad.
of time, bro.
I'm from Wembley.
I'm from where you are. Don't do that.
Yeah, but we say
look
Gundogan. You're the only one saying Gundogan in the end.
at the men, Dev.
Do you remember when Flamingo tried to move to Chelsea and called them West London Blue? That's what you lot are doing right now. That's they said West London Blue.
No.
They put the Pro Evolution badge.
I'm trying to show you. That's what you lot are
Nah,
on,
they were
bro.
mugging it. Yeah, they were mugging it.
They were mugging
Yeah,
it.
The coffins. Oh, to Real Madrid. No, to Real PSG. That was crazy.
It's
Man,
disrespect.
the Brazilians are crazy.
But back to what you're saying though, even though City have got all these players, I still believe Liverpool's better. They don't matter. Like
They're already
there's
gelled
no
as well,
way.
bro.
Have
They're
you
already
watched Man
gelled.
City though?
Liverpool.
Have you
I
watched
watched
Man
that
City?
one. I watched that one.
I understand it was 6-0 and I hear it, but you know what? I don't like seeing people happy to play football with each other, and it's not my team. And just the little things that Cherki's doing now in a pre-pre, I don't want it to
I missed
happen.
one. I missed one.
Forget about Cherki though. It's Foden that will come back.
Have you seen his hair?
It's gonna be
He's got his hair
Foden
back,
that
bro.
does. It's gonna be Foden that
he's got his
surprises
hair
you
back.
lot.
He's got John
He
Wick
knows
hair.
how to listen to he can listen to the manager. He knows what the manager's looking for, and he's not gonna piss him off. He's gonna do exactly what Pep's looking for. He's gonna take over.
I don't like when
it's
people
good-
say that though.
Is it
man.
Savio?
Yeah, Savinho on the right.
But they've got the Argentinian boys as well.
That's a Mahrez replacement. What I'm saying, that team that they had, they're now replaced it with younger, fresh, identical.
No, they got
Who the
bare
Doku
young
replace?
players. They got
Doku
bare.
replace.
Are we ready? Sterling.
No, but again,
More Sane than Sterling, but I hear you.
nah, because you know what it is? Because that's what I was going to say. They ain't got... The reason, let's talk about someone else, man. I don't even like them, man. Fuck.
City.
Or City.
It's not saying you in it. It's not saying you.
They're cold, bro. Trust me.
So,
So we're going to, obviously, Chelsea sees red at the Club World Cup on his birthday.
who does?
Jackson.
You didn't say his
What did
name.
I say?
The Chelsea.
Chelsea did see red.
They did.
But it was
You know what you're saying.
Jackson
You know what you're saying.
specifically.
You know what you're saying.
Is that a problem? Because I remember before he got sent off early in the half, like he seems like he's got a bit of a
No,
discipline
it is.
problem.
I think getting sent off as an attacking player is class. But when you're not scoring goals as well, it's an issue. Now, everybody loves you get what I'm trying to
Diego
say?
Costa.
Duncan Ferg.
Is it the pressure of the lap?
If it has done, that's mad.
Who's starting though?
Someone's got the number 9 shirt in it. Lets you know what time
Jackson's
it
the
is.
starters
Now,
still.
now that we're talking about Chelsea, and don't get it twisted, it was only a little Club World Cup thing, but I think the step up for the lap's too high, you know.
You
I think,
reckon?
yeah. He just runs around barging people.
Nah, he was at Man City Academy though. You can't do that.
And he has. And then he went away and he's been barging man ever since.
Nah,
And my thing is, no, because this is, for me, he needs to be at a team that has the ball less. Maybe not as little as Ipswich do, but a little step up
What, to
first.
create magic moments?
Because for me, his best attribute is like rattling and making unsettling the back four.
What, is he a
And
nuisance
for
in
a
the
team
box?
like Chelsea, I think they need a little bit more
No,
quality
but
than
then
that.
I think it fits the heritage of Chelsea though. when you think about it,
Diego
Costa,
Costa, yeah.
Drogba, they've always had a
Yeah, but they
bastard.
were
They've had a bastard in their team the whole
But
time.
he's not that. First of all, technically, he's good. He can kick ball.
And he's a
Like,
bastard.
if you watched Ipswich versus Chelsea last
Good playing
season,
bastard.
he was playing very well against that Chelsea side. I get why they go, let's bring that in. I don't even think Liam Delap should be judged next season too harshly if he doesn't score, because Chelsea ain't got no one to give him the ball anyway.
That is, I'm not.
Palmer.
No, Palmer's
Palmer,
They
Neto.
have 74 players, bro. Something has to work.
Lippy.
Yeah.
Imagine they've got 4 wingers, and I couldn't tell you their best one. So I think,
that's
and
their
Wade
fault.
but
Neto.
but that's still going to be people to provide
Neto
for the
was Chelsea's
strikers.
best winger.
Jackson's not getting 20 goals for them,
winger.
and I don't believe that you should put pressure on Liam Delap. And if Cole Palmer gets marked out of the game, you're asking for what? Caicedo and Lavia to, bro. For me, their wing play is their big
Wait.
problem.
Chelsea's best winger? Menace?
Would you say Pedro Neto? Yeah. I'm a fan of Pedro Neto, to be fair.
I'll say Madueke.
I like
say no,
Madueke.
Mate, they're letting him go, no?
Yeah, I heard.
Arsenal, innit?
Would you take him?
Madueke to Arsenal.
They said no.
That's Madueke to Arsenal, bro.
Backup for Saka, innit? It's not a bad backup.
But yeah, Makawaki. I want to go again. No, do it properly.
Who
I'll do
is
it properly.
that?
Clear that. Stop it. Who is it? What's his name?
Madueke.
Whoa.
He can't return with that, man.
Come on.
That's
I'm
free now.
not. Ready?
And you're at the top.
So Madueke is not the only player they're willing to listen to our offers for. And depending where you're from, you can say his name in different ways.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
But
They won't see it. They won't see it.
Fair enough.
talking of Jackson, they're willing to now listen to offers for him.
Apparently, Juventus have gone.
Yeah.
Offering for him.
That's mad.
I think that's a bad idea, man.
I think it's bad. I think you can't. That's too much pressure on Delap. Then
Bro.
that's when the Delap signing will be bad.
100.
If you get rid of the 9, that's there.
You got Nkunku?
He's going.
No. They're listening for offers
Yeah,
from him as well.
He's bad boy player, you know?
Yeah, of course
I don't
he is.
understand that
Of course he
one.
is.
I reckon
Injury-
Chelsea will find
injuries.
someone if they do sell him up. They
But
always
they just
do,
got too much.
man.
They sell man, they buy man. They've got
99 man in the
50
squad.
on loan.
What's the timeline of when we don't say the player's a bad boy anymore?
What do you mean?
Because you said Nkunku's a bad boy player.
Yeah.
Well,
But
'cause he
it's
had a
been
year
a
out.
while. for
Yeah,
him
but
to
don't
be-
do fan stuff.
No,
Like,
I'm just asking. I asked the question to the floor. I said, "Hey guys, when is the timeline of actually
Don't get
maybe
mad
he's
at him.
not?"
Shall I
You're
tell you the
always
truth,
a bad boy
Shall I tell
player.
you the truth? Can we talk about this when we're speaking about Arsenal? Because there's a man that I need to speak about, and he's not a bad boy.
Martinelli?
Because you can't be a bad boy in perpetuity, bro. You can't be a bad boy
Who
forever.
you talking about, Martin?
No, I'm not gonna say.
Before we move on, can I just say one thing though? The only thing, I as a Chelsea fan, I would be so scared. You've worked so hard to get into the point where you're in a conversation, you're back in Champions League, and there could be progression. And then you see what Liverpool are doing, you see what Man City are doing, improving their squad, and they're already better than you. So they're gonna push it streaks ahead. I just think if Chelsea are looking to get rid of Madueke, Nkunku, and Jackson, and only bring in Liam Delap, and we're in June now. I don't think Chelsea get Champions
And
League
they're
next year.
sticking by their goalkeeper as well. They said the Manian deal's off as well, so I don't know who's going to be
That's
the
a
number
joke.
one. They're
That's
sticking
a
by their goalkeeper. Yeah.
There is a thing that Chelsea are probably ahead with the players that they've got. They was ahead of schedule finishing where they finished. Now, I know midway through the season, they changed their objectives, I heard the manager say.
Yeah.
But, so they're probably thinking, you know what, we've got a couple more 23-year-old, like Enzo, he's going to have another year. Cole, another year. Like all these players, like their squad, they've got the players within. They're bringing a couple players on loan. Forget them, not on loan, back from on loan. We've also got Esteval, him coming.
But Steve-O, it's not enough,
They've
bro.
got another centre back, Sarr, that they've got, who's coming.
No.
But Steve-O,
You were
Steve-O.
doing well till you
Son.
said so.
Kante's son, he's dead.
Listen to what I'm saying, though.
not
And they
enough.
got Evil Saka as well. They said Evil Saka.
Oh yeah, even
They might not be out buying, but they might be thinking that they've got something within.
But Chuck, but just to, again go against that. The reason why if they've gone, if they're ahead of schedule, that means it's going to have a filtering effect on every team in the Premier League, and everyone's going to go, wait a minute, Chelsea are a good-looking side. We have
That's
to make
probably
sure
what's
that we
happened.
could.
That's probably what's happened.
And now you're going to. So then why would you anyway?
After
Chelsea,
$1 billion
your problem.
spent, can you really say that you're ahead of schedule? Or
We could all spend. You could spend $1 billion. You could spend $1 billion. Everyone could spend $1 billion. How you spend it, right? But the way you made it sound is like a billion's everyone's billion. So if you spend $1 billion, you must have this. They spent $1 billion.
I just
Nah, but
asked them.
Chelsea's. I hear his point though. Chelsea, United, Arsenal, like a top team spending $1 billion
Should improve.
You should improve because you got the pulling power. You understand? to get things across the line, bro.
But that's just living in your mind. We're not crazy. It's happened. There's so many examples of why that shouldn't happen. Like I'm not gonna just go, well, I spent $1 billion. No, you lot are the prime example. You have not won the league since 2013, and you spent more than $1 billion, and it's 2025. So for you to even ask that question,
No, but
my
in
guy,
2 seasons, I've asked a real
To
question.
be fair, they're getting their top 4. I'm sure Arsenal
no,
probably
they
spent.
got 8th.
No, Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea.
So I'm saying
Just about.
their billion, at least something's going in with your billion.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
hear
But
it.
talking of United,
Yeah. So Garnacho, man, he is.
Over to Menace. Garnacho.
What is You know what? I used to think you was a little bit of a Garnacho
You used to.
I
Till you
did.
Till you put sense in your head. 'cause
until
you
I
know
said, nah, man, Menace ain't that. Bro.
nowhere near it.
A little bit Balotelli-ish. But Garnacho, what are we seeing here, man? This is rogue behaviour.
That's not that deep, man.
You're
I
saying
don't
it's
think
not
it's
that
that
no,
deep. It's
you-
not
I
that
know, hear
deep,
this.
bro.
He is on holiday with Dan and Loons. And I ain't been on holiday with Dan and Loons. So that says a
I
lot.
tried to go.
And you knew better.
Yeah, man, trust me.
But Garnacho didn't. And he has taken a picture in a Rashford shirt. And this is what it is. I hear what you're saying, but it's not that deep. But my thing is, Garnacho's in hot water a little bit. So why are you going to poke the bear? Like, you understand that? Because he gets, no, do you know what it is? He does things to get a reaction sometimes. It happens. You can't deny it. And this is one of them moments. Because I said that at first. I said, what are you talking about? Rashford's his teammate. He's just supporting him. He said, but you know, Rashford's in the press talking about his way out to United. It's known that Anarim's basically said to my man. Anarim. It's because of aneurysm. I like to call him Anarim. But Amarim's told him, you need to find a new club.
Straight.
You understand? And
How
he
many
said
told who that?
Garnacho.
Garnacho.
what's the problem?
Apparently in front of everyone.
So what's the problem?
I don't know what the problem
I'll break
is.
it down.
I'm not necessarily saying it's a problem, but I don't think he's doing himself much favours because let's have it right. He's at United. He's a really good talent, regardless of how it's gone in the last season or two. And I think if he wasn't moving like this, I think someone would have picked him up already.
So
Me
this is why I
personally.
think fans in general are dickheads. This is
Whoa,
me.
man.
It's only this
called him a
person.
dickhead.
Yeah, you said
Fans in
did,
general,
he
yeah,
did, he
100,
did,
100, I did.
You're going to
I
say
just
what I'm
think,
going to say, but
yeah,
go on.
I
You're gonna
just,
say what I'm
you
gonna
know,
say.
as a man, as I got a bit older, if you're up older to age of 25, fair enough. But if you're a bit older, I think logic should just always come into play, not emotion. I don't know these footballers. I don't care about them that much. Just win for the team. If you don't, we move forward. If Rashford is on television talking about leaving, and Garnacho's been told he can leave, and he is wearing a Rashford top, what the hell is the problem? Someone break it down
You
for
can
me.
do the cool
I can
man
break it
thing
down.
if you want, but this is football. You're a professional. You are representing your club.
Professional.
You have to-
But
This
he's
is
young,
public
man.
information. You're moving
I
like
know
it's,
it is.
If it was private
You
information.
sound like you're on the Daily Mail.
Yeah,
That's
bro,
what
if it
you
was
sound
private-
like. You sound like
Steve-O,
you're on the Daily
Steve-O.
Mail.
Playing devil's
You sound like you're on the Daily Mail.
Let me go. I've seen youths of other demographics do nothing near this. And it's an issue.
Yeah.
So you see when I see one of them boy they do something, I'm gonna say it's an issue right now.
That's fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair- that-
yeah.
I'm not saying it because of that.
I'm what? Because certain man ain't got that kind of backlash.
That's fair
And
enough.
If they did do that, people would say they was cheeky, and whether I agreed or not, I'd understand, bro. And I think he's a cheeky youth, and
Yeah,
I
he
don't
is.
think you can be a cheeky youth after finishing 15th.
Can I just respond to that one Lippy comment?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just think over the past 10 years, yeah, obviously it's been to myself, Lippy, and other people's enjoyment. I've seen Man United guys get ripped into, but bare times I'm looking at it and I'm just saying, nah,
Not that deep.
this is not that
Not that
deep, bro.
deep.
And I'm not saying, for example, some of the things, like for example, Pogba was a prime example. The moment that they were able to be angry at Pogba for dancing, it opened the doors for you to just get angry at Man United
Anything.
players for anything.
Anything.
And I'm sorry, if Garnacho, who's probably been forced out of the club for the past 2 years, we've seen his agent at Chelsea games, we know that is something he wants to probably do. Last season, he scored a banging goal and didn't even celebrate. So this is not new information. If it was like the Trent thing where you see him speaking Spanish, man, them get angry, bro. But Garnacho is Argentinian. He was at Atletico Madrid prior. This is not his home. So if he wants them go, let him go. Because the guy's top that he's wearing, that's your man. That's your brother. And he wants to go. So this whole uproar and anger is nonsense,
What do you
brother.
think?
Let them leave.
I'll say this.
Shout out Man United, man. I don't care, man.
I disagree with everything Poet said. I disagree with everything Poet said on the basis of, end of the day, Amrim has gone to war with Rashford. That's a fact. Amrin's gone to war with Rashford, and now what this guy's done at the end of in the final, he said, I should have started. He said, I should have played. No one asked him that. The manager was caught blindsided by that. He's in a press conference saying, well, we just spoke to Garnacho. Garnacho said it's a horrible season. He should have started. The manager's saying, hold on, how can he do that when other players didn't play in the final? Other players didn't get no minutes, and he's not scored in games. He's not like 1-in-1. This guy misses a lot of chances. So don't talk like you're a total bagsman when you let the team down. So imagine after that, he's blindsided him after we've had trouble before. Remember for the Man City game, and he almost got into his graces. So now you're telling me the same player, they know what they're doing. He goes online.
I got a retaliation.
Wait, hold on. He goes online wearing an Aston Villa shirt, but not only it's behind. He lets man see Rashford at the back. That's a choice. He knows what that means.
So what would you mean?
Rashford,
So what was he going to do? Wear the Aston Villa jersey at the front?
Hold on.
What are you talking about?
He made a choice. He made it. It's a direct. It's like how these players are using emojis. I'm now saying the player that left that you had an argument with, I support him and I'm wearing his shirt. I'm with him. Because I didn't need to show you the shirt like that. I could have wore any shirt in world football. I chose a Rashford in Aston Villa when I got bare United ones I could wear.
So pause there, because this is nonsense.
How is that nonsense?
Well, let me talk so you can stop.
I'm listening.
Let me talk.
I'm listening.
Well done.
Kevin De Bruyne. The reason why it's nonsense, you're speaking from the space of, I'm a Man United fan, this is what I want.
No, he's not.
You're not involved. I'm objective.
I'm at the head of the table, don't do that.
Fair enough. Apologies, Steve-O. I'll be honest with you, I don't care about Man United that much. I don't care about you guys. But if I can see something is nonsense, it's nonsense, my guy. He's wearing a Rashford top. Now, if he was standing in the opposite direction and you just saw an Aston Villa top, I would say that's disrespectful. My guy, that's one of your rivals. I'd be like, what are you doing? I don't see people do that. But do I see players wear other jerseys from other teammates and how you see on the... This is not the first...
you don't know. Are you
1 second.
listening to what he's saying?
Can I finish?
Hold on.
That happens. You're upset about the circumstances of United. You're talking about Amaron. Amaron has won 8 games out of God knows whatever his name is. He's won such a least. He's done nothing. He's in no position to talk about Garnacho. Let's contextualize the final. Man United in the front three were terrible. Do you know when Man United looked good? When Garnacho came on.
Agreed.
So if Garnacho comes on and plays well, which he did, and then says after the game, after they've lost, Amarin lost, and goes, I should have started. I'm not even, again,
hindsight.
Why would I be angry about that? Yeah, but that hindsight, that...
He should have been saying before the game, I should be starting. Manager, let me start, because he would have known he's going to do well. After you've come on and had a good whatever minutes, come on, brother.
He's not going to have the opportunity to have that conversation until after the game. He may have said it before the game, but we don't know. So my point is this. What you're choosing and what the club's choosing to focus on, to me, is primarily the reasons why Man United are where they are. They always find scapegoats. It doesn't mean that Garnacho hasn't done something wrong. But if you think picking on players today, after you've done it for 12 years, makes sense, Man United,
No, I gotta say
something.
something.
I
What he's saying. I gotta put it. Paul called me a dickhead. He called us all dickheads, all of us. But all jokes aside, we've sat here in this studio. It's the last day of the studio, by the way.
Shout out the last day of the studio.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
We got...
You lot seen some great memories in this place.
That's why you didn't wear a jacket.
I've
You're
never
embracing
looked
it.
up there before.
You're embracing it today.
That ceiling is shit. That ceiling's
gonna fall down,
That ceiling's
man.
rubbish. That's not even safe. We need to get out of here now. What is this? Loose wiring. But all jokes aside, we sat here in the studio with various ex-Man United players. Yeah, and they've spoken about what it means to play for the club. They spoke about forget about upsetting Fergie. You don't even want to upset the senior players. You don't want Gary Neville upset with you. Rio.
Staff.
You understand? Yeah. And now, to me, it's the complete other end of the spectrum. And that's kind of a known thing in the public. And when you got a young player like Garnacho, who's meant to be, every United player now has a responsibility to get the biggest club in the world back to where it's meant to be. And you should be honoured to play there. I hate United, but honestly, if you're a United player, it means something. It's massive. And I think you should act that way, bro. And I just think, I get that he's supporting his dad, but it's just the cheekiness, bro. This ain't the first thing, fam.
It's a different day and age. This United, you see, this is the problem I was having for a bit, and you start to get back to reality. The United of old isn't there. You see the whole... We should be like this. I've been reading it for years. I've been hearing it for years. The whole, it should be like this. I don't understand why the players... Bro, you can say that about a lot of teams. I get United, we're the big dogs before the last Prem, obviously for the last however long. But it's changed, bro.
Not 100, but not 15th change.
No, not the position. No. The whole, listen to what I'm saying. The whole attitude of players, I'm not saying everyone's had bad attitude, but we ain't got the same players,
but
bro.
the ethos of the, and that's what I think.
100%.
The ethos of the club.
Hear what I'm saying?
Be like that.
But that's gone. That's gone.
But you see,
shouldn't have.
American owners, Glazers.
That goes with things. That goes with players who install that in your team.
Yes.
Them players are gone. It goes to the manager. They're gone.
Yes.
He's gone. That manager, he's gone. They've all brought players.
And what's trying to happen though, what's trying to happen now though, is that they're trying to. We know those players have gone. We know Fergie's spirit's not here no more. But we know
He's gone.
He's still alive.
He's alive, bro.
I saw him telling that.
You can't do that.
That's
Howler,
mad.
man. You can't be talking on the
lot
Godfather.
are
Man,
idiots.
get him out of here, bro. Man, to the fuck.
Don't do that to Sir Alex.
I saw him European League final.
so, okay, let me change spirit to energy. Yeah.
Thank God.
But yeah, the energy that he has throughout the club,
Spirit's gone.
that might be down a bit, right? So let me go. So what I'm saying is, what the new players and the new gaffer and people are trying to do, and the old fans, they're trying to still have that there. And they're trying to say, Garnacho doing that, when these old ex-players, that could never happen in our time, because they're saying, we want our time to be there forever.
It shouldn't happen in any time. Wait, Poet, I want to ask you this
Go
question,
on.
yeah? Was that an innocent move? Do you believe Garnacho posting that picture was totally innocent? That's all I want to know from you.
I don't care if that's all you want to know. I don't know.
Idiot, man.
Come on, man.
That was a good normal question. That's what I'm
Honestly,
saying. I just wanted to ask.
whether you care
That's
or
all.
not.
It's a normal question.
I'm going to
ask
answer
him.
it, but I don't want him to add that vernacular at the end.
No, but I've asked him. Wait, hold on. There's no way he can run away from this. I asked Poet a very normal question. I said, was it an innocent? What do you believe that moment was?
That's better. I like that. I don't know.
And he says,
I don't know.
What did you say at the end? That's all
I can't remember.
That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know.
No, because he's doing a man thing. He's been doing a man thing so
don't
far.
care.
All right. First of
Yeah, he
all,
answered it. He said, I don't care.
all right, I'll answer it. I'll say to you, probably, yeah, it's a bit sinister because I can see I'm like that. But, my bro, when it's been happening for 10 years, for you lot to still blame the players, I genuinely don't get it. I've seen Pogba blamed at a League Cup game because he went, he done a TikTok or something like that with the players when the game wasn't even finished, and then they lost, and then he done
Soon
that
as
during
tax.
the game, and he got blamed for them losing.
Soon
I'm
as
just
tax.
saying, if you've been blaming Man United players for 10 years, Rooney was even one of the early players that got blamed and said they had to push him out. If you've been blaming players for 10 years, and after 10 years or whatever it is, you man are 15th, find a new tactic. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you. I just wish Man United players
said
just
that's what
don't
you were gonna
wear.
say, didn't you?
No, I'm just saying for the team though. I'm saying for the team. Forget about the old school days. I wish Man United players just don't wear other shirts of Premier League of other Premier League clubs.
But everyone does it.
I just wish I want that for my players. I want that for my players.
Boys, we're going to move on because I did see a video of Amad Diallo in a Brighton shirt.
It's
playing
different.
football.
It's different.
So, I know, it's his brethren, but
It's different. It's different.
Wait,
But they're all brethrens, then what?
all
But I still
brethren.
don't want to see it. I don't want to see it
if
though.
man want to explain why it's different, yeah, he's having a kickabout with, I think it's a Dingra shirt that he had, yeah, and that's just innocent. Amad's
Ivory Coast.
United
Yeah,
10 toes down, you understand? But with Rashford, it's just again, I see your side of it, but I just see the angry side of it as well, you understand? And Garnacho definitely does as well, so just don't do that. You know, United fans have suffered. They are suffering their worst summer ever.
suffering.
If you're a United fan, literally,
suffering.
this is your worst summer ever.
Still
you
suffering.
don't need your players to do
The
this.
Glazers are bush, yeah? And all you lot are doing are fighting amongst each other, and that's the issue up there. Bush is your issue.
Two things could be an issue.
Yeah,
100%. But imagine this. If you solve that, it solves this. If you solve this, it don't solve that. So what would you
Garnacho's
rather
been-
solve? Get rid of the Glazers?
Garnacho's been doing this, bro.
And so was Pogba, and so was Lingard, and so was...
And they was though. And I love Jesse, I love Pogba, but they was.
So, Steve-O, if that's what the environment makes these players feel like they can do, and now they're 15th, shouldn't we change who's creating the environment? Isn't that the issue?
Let me just...
Why are we blaming
let
the
me
players?
just wrap it
Because
up.
do you know what? Once quickly, them players that we're scrutinising, Sancho goes away and wins something. There's other players. Falcao goes away and wins something. Man United players, all right, Falcao won French League against PSG. Other players, I can't think of them right now, are going away and winning things. So I'm saying to you, with your club, if you genuinely care about this club, stop getting on Di Maria. Man robbed his yard, took the piss out of him. He's still playing now in the World Club Cup. I'm saying it cannot be
Boys,
the players'
all
fault.
I'm saying is, all I gather from that
That's
is
a lot of venom.
if these players applied themselves for you lot, They would have won things for you. And you know what, Paul? Long may it continue.
Yeah, I hear that as well.
I want to see 16.
We've been at the top for too long, bro. It's gonna happen.
Hey, Lippy, to be honest with you, I want to see Man United be good again.
I don't.
I can't wait.
Make United great again.
We're playing each other first game of the season.
Boys, we are. We are, aren't we?
We're playing each other first game of the season.
Old Trafford.
Old Trafford. Phase 28 now.
KG, I can tell you,
You're
Jose
dumb for
Mourinho
that.
style. Right, Jose Mourinho is so chasey.
Yeah, they have to.
You're not going to win.
No, you
That's what
have
we
to
can
win.
guarantee. Fair enough. That's
You
fair.
have
Boys,
to win.
I got a little hot take I've been thinking recently.
What's that?
And it goes on to the Lingard era, Pogba era, to where we've got to now, to the Yamal. And that is
Leave him.
Lamal. Yamin.
No, Lamine. I
trying
got
to
you.
link I'm trying to link
Lippy, I'm with you.
You said Pogba, Lingard, Yamal.
Okay, you ready? Are you ready? Okay. This is why it's wild. So,
This is your last warning, by the way.
I think Yamin.
You'll get there, but go on.
Yamal.
Yamal. Okay, let's Yamal then. I think Lamal is the first. What?
You keep saying Lamal.
Yeah, what is it then?
Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
L for Lamine.
Yeah. Why?
His dad's posted Max B tunes. You know what? I'm
Crazy.
fighting.
It's crazy. What I'm
Yeah,
saying. This is what I'm saying.
Oh,
We've
go
never
on.
seen.
Go on
This
then,
is
go
where
on.
we're going with
Yes,
it.
go on then.
Right?
That's a good point. Go
This is
on.
where we're going with it. I think Yamal is the first TikTok generation baller. So things that whoa.
Let him man.
He said
He didn't say anything.
ref.
But did I say anything?
He said ref.
Steve-O, did I say anything?
bang out.
I just went like that. I could do that to the ref.
I crash it in this moment. I
Did I
crash
do that
it.
to the ref?
Bro, crash it. Bro, crash it. I crash it. Right now, I will crash
Idiot,
it.
bro.
Carry on, bro.
Jesse Lingard was a TikTok man before that.
That's
Keep
what the
talking about
dots
the
are
thing.
linking, you dickhead.
You just said Lamine was the first.
He's the first.
Keep going.
One officially, bro.
Officially.
I'm telling you, he's the first.
I need that in.
Go
I'm on
on.
about born in the era of when the platform comes out, right? Anyway, so when we're seeing him do things, we're like, oh my God, no. Or we're seeing him do in a new shirt. You could never wear a foreign shirt. These are things now that I'm saying we just got to get used to. This is it.
I hear that.
This is it. And
He put his hand up.
It started with the
Let him go.
Jesse Lingards and all the rest of it. Because I spoke to Mark Noble. They didn't even let Lingard do TikToks or anything when they was around. Yeah, trust me, right?
Crazy.
That's why I
None
need
of
to
that,
resign.
right?
It's your fault, Mark.
But now we're here. That's what I would like to say. Like, let's get used to it. Get used to seeing players in their brethren shirts. Get used to seeing players on the pitch after they've lost, like congratulating them and all of that.
Bear pally.
That's been
Like
the
you
case.
said, from the connection of Saley.
But
done it.
Steve-O, to be honest with you, yeah? You see, English football, that was a proper thing in English football, this rivalry and rare, and maybe in other smaller. When I went abroad and watched football, unless you go to the games that are advertised the most, fam, man are cool. I went to AC Milan, Inter Milan. Them man are cool, bro.
I think the national team especially and the league quality improves a bit football-wise when people are getting along. You understand? Because it's less emotion, more just about the
it
game.
doesn't about the rivalry though. For me,
I think there's less love for the club, and it's more of a. I think football now is obviously it's
Like
more
basketball.
business and whatnot, but the commercial side of things and whatnot, it's not like how Roy Keane wants it to be again. It's not like that, and it's not going to go back to
Watch
that.
this, it can be a version of
unless
that,
it's,
though.
Unless it's River Plate and Boca Juniors, and you see man dashing
Or
fireworks
Celtic and
and them
Rangers.
sort of man. Celtic Rangers, them sort of beefs will stay there. Even like United Liverpool, that beef ain't really.
No, it's
Fans-wise,
still-
it probably is. On
it's
the
still
pitch,
there.
it's not as big as it was. United Arsenal, it's not like that anymore.
Tottenham, Arsenal.
It's
I
not
think
like
we'll
that
get
anymore.
back to it, man.
All right. Talking of Arsenal,
Talking of the
See
Arsenal.
what I done there?
Yes, a man that I have said on this show that doesn't have a great face. And now he's probably going to be an Arsenal player, so I have to apologise to him and his family. Zubimendi, I'm sorry, my bro. I hope you do very well for
typical
us.
internet guy.
You got
like,
you,
do
though.
all of that shit talking and look.
Nah, but
sorry,
you see
my bro.
me,
Now
you're
he signs.
allowed
My
to
bro,
change
you
your
know.
mind. You just a...
What's his first name about my bro? What's his first name?
Zubimendi.
What's his first name? If that's your bro.
I don't know.
I swear it's
I feel
Martin.
like it's a Martin.
man.
Martin or Marco.
I don't know it either.
It's Martin.
Martin.
I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't know
I'm
him.
not like you, man.
Spanish
I don't know him either. I'm like you.
There you go.
I don't know him.
But yeah, so obviously Liverpool thought they'd have him, and Loons has been running his mouth on Twitter talking about Xabi Alonso's going to get him at Real. So Loons has lost. Partey is leaving because he wants crazy money. And
How much? Do we know?
he wants 250 minimum, I think.
I'm telling you, it's not the
Close
money.
to three, yeah, he wants
I'm
close to
telling you, it's not the
300K.
money. I'm telling you, it's not the
Let
money.
me ask you this then. You lot, would tell me, can I ask the Arsenal boys, where are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ains, you looking at me, Ainsley's Arsenal, okay. Greg as well, right. Boys, you lot, especially when he returned, Partey literally was saying he is the best DM.
No.
Who said that?
What? So you don't think that? You don't think that?
KG, did he
You
say
said that? Okay,
I was-
okay.
I-
Here we go.
it was
I've got
me.
the
I remember
suspect.
it. It was
I've got
me.
the suspect, right.
It was me.
If he is, and if you believe that, 250 is nothing for the best DM
Speak on it.
in the league.
The thing is, you know how I feel about ability. The best ability is
Oh,
availability.
availability.
And there's several reasons this guy has the potential to not be available.
He's too
so if
old.
that is the case, I have no problem in a modern game where the best players are young to ship the 30-plus-year-old man. I've got no problem with that.
Was he fit? Did he have a good season last season in terms of
Yes.
fitness-wise? Didn't he stay
In and
Yeah.
out. He was in and out.
Yeah.
He was in and out. He was in and out.
I think, because he stepped up where it mattered this season, I think his season...
When?
A bit over Champions League. He looked
Throw-ons.
Now don't do that.
cool, man.
Hey,
but,
That's why I asked
man
when.
saying throw... All right, cool.
That's why I
If
asked
we're
when.
Okay, I'm going to speak.
Do you remember the game against
You're a
Arsenal
bad guy,
United?
you love
He
that
said
comment.
Champions
You
League. That's
loved
why I
it.
said when,
Can
you
I
know.
speak?
I said when.
Am I allowed to speak?
No, Paul asked me something.
Okay,
Sorry.
So
My
remember,
bad.
we played the first leg against Real Madrid. He was really good. He was one of our better players. We played the second leg. He was really good. He got booked. Yeah. He got booked. No, he got booked. So he was banned for the PSG game. What was the whole country saying? You lot aren't going to win now. Because he's been really good.
No,
And-
we said that because you play PSG. It weren't because
Okay,
of
you
getting booked.
said
No,
that
no.
before, and I said it on the show, and Arsenal fans were saying it. Do you know what we were saying? And we haven't addressed how Arsenal fans are crazy. Remember, we'd beaten PSG. So what did we say we hoped happened in the semi-final? We said we hope PSG win so we don't have to play Villa. That's what we were saying. That's how much we felt ourselves. We said the only thing that could do us is physically. We don't want 2 extra Prem matches. Then we got PSG. They turned up and they did that. But no one expected that.
But no, it's not. No one expected it, bro.
I don't think people expected
From
it.
January onwards, they were on different stuff. Who did they sign in January, KG?
Kvaratskhelia.
It was a different story from January.
I hear it.
Before, when
But
you lot
let-
beat
but
them,
let-
you lot could have that. You lot could have that.
One second.
So go
He's
on.
talking about general
Again,
conversation.
and again, and my thing is, Villa, they beat us more than they beat Villa, bro. Them and Villa looked like they could do a thing. So that's why we watched it thinking, you know what, maybe the pace of Villa, maybe we could do it. So obviously in hindsight, 100%, PSG probably been the best team in the world this year. But this season's gone mad. I think, like Partey, there's been a couple players this season, because they've had spurts of purple patches in when it's mattered. They're in like Ballon d'Or conversations, best player in the world, and I think that's what happened with
Can
Partey
I
this
ask any
season, innit?
Arsenal fan a question? Would Partey have helped you beat PSG?
Yes.
Yes,
If you had him in the team, you would
if we had him in the
you have
first
won?
leg, yes.
Would you have won?
I think
the first leg,
PSG
yes.
still would have beaten us, but I think we would have been a lot harder to beat.
So if he's
But I
going to
think they
help,
would've
if
beaten
Partey's
us.
going to help you beat PSG, it goes on to Steve-O's thing of
It don't. I answered that, KG. Don't listen. I'm on you.
No, but hear this. I think we play a system that's very dynamic. So where Partey has flaws, yeah, you kind of don't see it too tough. And when he's playing really well, it's crazy. And my thing is, I hear what you're saying, but for me, from what I've seen of Zubimendi recently, it's just Partey's he's getting on, man. We need
I have a
fresh blood.
conflict.
Go on then.
I have a serious conflict.
Let them know. Let them know.
You guys just now said Partey will help you beat the best team in the world.
That's one game.
Wait, hold
Okay,
on.
go on then.
The best team in the world, not any team.
not
the
any team.
best
PSG.
team in the world.
PSG,
yeah?
chat to them.
And now we're now saying that on a season that he actually was playing a lot more football.
He was.
We don't need him no more. But he would have helped you
Beat the best team he played this
in the
season.
world.
Hindsight for one game. I said the reason we think he had a really good season is because of his form at that part of the season. Before that, for me, do you remember?
Can I
We were
disagree
saying-
with you though?
No, 'cause
'Cause-
you say, nah, no, you 100%. Me, whenever I sit down watching football with Poet, yeah, there's 2 players we watch when I watch Arsenal's, Martinelli and Thomas Partey. Yeah, we are.
And if we go to the Real Madrid game, me, Lippy, are losing
Yeah,
my yard.
and I said my
At
bad.
the first minute, I said Thomas Partey this season has been sensational. This will be the night we see. Trust me, Thomas Partey's cold.
And I
Lippy's
said
like, no.
no.
By
I
the
said no.
end of the game, we're singing his
I said
praises.
my bad. I
The
said
next
my
game,
bad.
we're singing his praises. When he wasn't there against PSG, of course. Now you're talking about something that I will say maybe Steve will be more aware of than any of us. There are times in football, yeah, where a player is just on form. It doesn't mean he can replicate it this time next month, but you see right now, play that blood clot because he's going to do something more than he will do at the next point. Anyway, I don't want Thomas Partey at the club because I always say I like people being present. And I said, I don't know everything that's happening off the field, and on the field he's injury prone. So the best ability is availability. Get someone in that's got no off the field drama, no injuries.
That's what we're not talking about. That's what we're not talking about.
But I'm listening to you boys, yeah? I am listening, by the way. But here's another point on this Partey thing. I think it was last season that he could have gone Saudi for probably 50 million or so. And now,
good money.
6 months later, a year later, you're letting him go for free.
Best DM in the league, by the way.
Hey, listen, and you know what? Innit? Best DM in the league. Listen. This goes back to the business of Arsenal. They just all their best players. You lot have just literally said he's the best player in the league, best DM in the league. And again, another best player, Sanchez, Van Persie. You're gonna let him go for pittance.
Since Wenger, I think the philosophy since he went to the Emirates is players in their 30s get the option of a season. So once a man's gone 30 plus.
Wenger's not there no more.
No, but loads of things that Wenger's implemented is still there.
Spirit.
Exactly.
Under Wenger, we were always second place. Nothing's changed. Under Fergie, you man are top. Page 2. Don't ever stop talking from page 2.
Also linked with the Sevilla midfielder.
Midfielder?
Midfielder. Is it Agume? Agume.
I've never heard of him.
Never heard
You know what
of
it is?
him.
I've seen highlights,
He's
and
cold.
then I went to check where Sevilla finished in La Liga last season.
Like
They
50th
finished
or
17th.
so.
So I don't know.
Without him, no, could have been a lot worse.
Don't do that.
Like
No, but
United,
that we're not.
like
I don't agree with that though.
Of course you don't.
And not because of who we signed, but I'm just saying
Because
you
of
could
where
be.
you finished.
You could.
A little
That's
bit.
what I meant. Sorry,
a little
yeah,
bit.
You're right.
A little bit more on Arsenal. Once again, the universe has proven that I know ball more than Loons, because it's looking like GYÖKERES is gonna be the one that we get out of GYÖKERES and ШEŠKO. How do I say GYÖKERES properly?
GYÖKERES.
Because you can't even look at me. He's
Sorry.
like this.
I can't. I'm told we'll be sick.
GYÖKERES. Because obviously ŠEŠKO, the wage demands are a bit crazy for a player at this stage of his career. Do you think this is a little bit mad when the agents do this? Because he's on the verge. That move was there.
Can I say something? No lips. You know what it is? It's before it was a player goes to a club and what is he bringing to the club? Now you've got this whole what do you call it? Image rights, right? You got image rights. So ŠEŠKO's now saying, look, if I'm coming to your club, look, without just being in a little corner of Lightspeed, what is it? Leipzig. I'm still
Lightspeed, Lightning McQueen speed. What the skits?
I didn't say Lightspeed.
Skits. Talk about your ŠEŠKO guy as well. He said nothing today, you know.
So he's probably thinking, knowing where his image is in world football, he's probably putting that within his wage now. That's what they're doing.
When you go back to Slovenia, he's a legend.
Yeah,
Can't
trust
tell
me.
me nothing.
But that's...
Rude boy.
I'm no disrespect to Slovenia. Is that Vuj?
No, he's Serbia.
It's not Vuj. They probably have a player like all the time like that. And he's probably, I get that he's like
the one
that.
now.
He's the one now, but it's like, I get it. but it's-
Hamsik was the one before.
That is not the same country.
Slovenia.
That's Slovakia. Slovakia. We have to
Now
move
move
him.
him. Now you can move him. You can move him. It's time now because he's
Scribs told me that was that.
move him.
Nah, but you see with ШEŠKO, don't you just think,
Whoa. No.
what's wrong?
You're not dying
Don't
again.
do
man.
that then. He went like this. He went.
I saw it.
So I'm like,
What's wrong
for my
with you,
brethren.
man?
And he's like,
man,
no,
it's
don't
good.
stop the show.
Have you got the painkillers again?
Indigestion, bro.
Go on, as you were.
Shall I tell you what vibes this is giving me?
Go on.
Hoyland vibes. Simple. Just so you,
man.
just say, no, let me, because Hoyland looked good. Big, strong, fast, all of that. Decent, not bad numbers for a youth his age.
No, he
but then
had
you
bad
got-
numbers.
Yeah,
He
but
didn't
it's-
have
No
good
one
numbers.
spoke about him like that,
This
Lippy.
is my thing, yeah. When you lot got Hoyland, no one was vexed. No one. You thought you got because again
thought
it's
we
a
got something.
hindsight thing. I'm just using him as an example. No one was angry. You got him initially, started off well, like young players usually do. But when Hoyland realised I am the guy here, it all crumbled. And I don't think it will be as bad as United, but we are not in the same position as them, bro. We're trying to get a guy in to be the missing piece of the puzzle. You understand? And I hear the image rights and rare tape, but if I'm his agent, I'm just going to try to get him to that club and make him be that kid. Because then it can be image rights and rare. He's an Arsenal player.
Can I just say from
then.
a business front, there is no way you would try and sort that out after you go to the club. Scrap that. You would sort that before
but
you
he
go
ain't
there.
got it. He's not. You can't say, because this is, look at the business we've done recently. Declan Rice, right? They didn't give us that runaround. So what we've done.
So pause. I'll tell you why.
No, 2 seconds, Paul. But we don't want him no more because of that. So it's done.
If I go to North West with you, Lippy, it's not like going to bloody South London. In North West, it's going to be mad. In South London, it's going to be calm. So if you wanted to get image rights for you to be posted all over North West when we do something with you, you'd have every right to do it. I'm saying to you, Son may not at any point been globally massive when he moved to Spurs. But you see in Korea where he's out, he should go and get his image rights because that's going to be bare
Let me ask you
bread.
this question. Do you think his image rights is more important than a move to Arsenal at this point of his
but
career?
we're in a new era
We're
of
in a new
football.
era
It's
of
different,
football.
Lips.
Then he's going to lose out.
They 100%.
He's lost out.
But I tell you what, he won't lose out on bread.
I guarantee he will.
won't.
If he's,
He won't.
Bro, we were trying to like triple his wages, bro. We're trying to like triple.
He's getting image rights. That means it's got nothing to do with what you're paying me or you're paying me.
FIFA
Like I
things,
could.
Do we know? Do we know for a fact?
Oh no,
this
no.
Image rights thing.
I'm
by the
saying
way?
what I'm saying is I just
we know
know
that for a fact?
I just know players nowadays when they're going to clubs, they're not going.
is what I'm saying.
Hang about.
What's man talking about?
No. That was an example.
go on,
Whoa,
go
whoa,
on.
whoa. I'm not saying that. That's what I'm saying. I know when players go to clubs, they put a fee. I do it. When I'm charging now for jobs to brands, I'm charging because of my 13 years and my
13 years. You're
Brother,
not Sesko.
no, I know, but what I'm saying.
Menace can't go up for what you're
Who said I can't? Who would you mean I can't what? I just charge a man a bag of
Bring
sand.
Sesko. Bring Sesko. Bring Bring Blesko.
I just
Bring
charged the
Blesko
man a
with
bag
you.
of sand and I didn't get the
Open your
job.
mouth,
I didn't
Sesko.
get the job.
Why would it? Why the stray though? Why the stray bullet though? That
That's
was
mad.
It's no. But Sesko. Put it this way: both stars in their own right. But if you've been doing this thing, you get to. For me, I think you get to sit at the negotiation table with a little bit more.
So what about
little bit
Lamine?
more
What about
bossy with
Lamine
it.
Yamal then?
Let me land. Wait, you didn't let me land. You didn't let me land. You didn't let me land. I was using that
He
as
just
an.
stepped into the building, no?
Listen,
Lamine.
let me land. Look, I was using that as an example of that's one of my things that I use. There's other things I use as well. You know what I mean? But Sesko might have his things that he uses. So I'm
He
a
just
big
country's
star in
face. He just
all of
country's
that,
face,
all of
yeah.
that. You know what I mean? So that might build up this thing and say, look, I'm worth as a 21-year-old. I'm worth more than that 21-year-old because I'm a superstar. Just like the Thailand kids, or not Thailand, Philippine kids, big over there.
But Lippy's making a great point saying,
Go on.
listen, right now, yeah, you're doing yourself a disservice
Course he
not
is.
coming to Arsenal because your image rights are going to
100%.
go through the roof. As soon as you land at Arsenal, won't you become a
But you have but KG, you can't open negotiations then. Don't you understand what I'm saying? Garnacho, one sec. Garnacho has the top 10 most shirts sold in the world globally. That doesn't even make sense to me. So I'm saying to you, business and football performances are two different conversations. You could get bare bread and be shit. So Sesko, look after your blood clot self,
Yeah,
yes?
man. There you
Why
go.
should you
There
go
you
to
go.
Arsenal, man?
There you go.
That's
I don't know if
big
that's
fact.
good
oh no,
advice.
it's not good. It's not
That is
good advice.
Terrible advice.
I don't know if that's good advice.
But it's not good advice. But what he's trying to tell you is, if Garnacho goes to another team, he should be demanding 300,000.
Because you know how much shirts you're going
For
to move
United,
because
and
of
he done it, and
me.
he done it for United as
That's
well.
how it works.
He done it for
He done
United.
it, no, the shirt thing for United.
He
yeah.
moved the
would
shirt.
you not say that Marcus Rashford has his image rights should be like through the roof, right?
And they are, right?
Where are you going? Where I'm saying right now, you've got a great
He
image
used them at
that
United
nobody
to get
wants
that
at the
big
moment.
Yeah,
contract.
but you're
United.
talking about there's no point talking about a 28-year-old man that gives.
But I'm
kids
saying he's a
food. We're
great,
talking about-
as in he will move shirts
but
anywhere
again,
he
let me
goes,
break
right?
it down for you again. We can move on from this. You're talking about an English player, a popular English player. Do you know how difficult that is amongst bare English players? Now imagine a product from a place where I couldn't name 4 other footballers. That means if you're the biggest person there, and you EJ, and the population is 5 million. That is 5 million potential people that are going to come over to watch your product. Don't you understand? I think Spurs' website,
With Son.
I don't, fam, 40%
Koreans.
of
Yeah,
the
but
site is seen by Koreans. Do you know how much bread that is for a business? Daniel
You're saying
Levi
that's
is
what-
a businessman,
We're
bro.
saying that's what Sesko's
That's for the
ringing.
club.
Maybe.
bro.
I just gave you an
No, it's for
example.
you as well. We're all
That's
businesses now.
Sesko, I think it's poor, innit?
You lot ask me why his wages are going to be so high. I'm saying that might be the reason. And I have to apologise to the crowd. We're still on Arsenal, but Arsenal bring us a lot of... Again, if you're talking about going into a Super League or something like that and what clubs should be getting more money if it was done like that. Arsenal, talking of traffic, give us a lot of traffic, talking points, all of it, right? So point is, and that's the same. So anyway, we're still on Arsenal right now. We're gonna run through some things, right? You lot wanted Williams. Nico Williams, and I think that would have been a great signing for you. Looks like he might be going to Barca.
He does want
Not
Barca.
coming.
He's choosing
He's chosen
them.
Barca. And
So
then,
they've missed him.
yeah,
Okay.
and obviously PSG, BARCOLA, had a
Another
very
one.
good second leg against us.
Yep, another
PSG has said he's not for sale. He's going to stay and fight for his place. This is the guy that I wanted to speak about. When KG asked me, how long is the scale for when you say a player is not a bad boy anymore? And I think that Rodrygo is a prime example of this, who is surviving off his youth status. You're shaking your
Come
head.
off it, yeah.
You're
Come
shaking
off it.
it.
Come
Okay,
off it. You're way off it.
Let me finish, because I was way off it with Sancho. I was way off it with all these players that were definitely as bad as I said they were. But I just think Rodrygo, like a lot of young players at Madrid, hasn't gone well for him. If he does leave, he's going to go to a team that he doesn't want to go to. And he wants to be at Real Madrid right now, and he's operating at a certain level. So I don't know what level he'll operate at a team that he doesn't want to be at, in a country that he doesn't want to be at. Brand new environment, probably going to be the top dog there. I don't know how it would be. So for Arsenal at this point, I don't want that at the club.
When you say Rodrygo hasn't done well, what do you mean by that?
Innit?
I think it's self-explanatory. Okay.
No, it's not self-explanatory.
If you let me explain, yeah.
Lead
So
it.
all I'm screaming,
Self-explanatory, but you want
all
to
I'm
explain.
screaming. I think
You know.
okay, cool. But the reason I think it's self-explanatory is if you look at his numbers and everything, what we want from, because this is what it is, yeah? From an Arsenal player, you want all these numbers, rare, United player, Liverpool, all your friends, all the teams that your friends support. But Real Madrid players, they're just allowed to be good 3 years ago. And they're good because of
Not
3 years ago.
necessarily.
Okay, let me just
Not
finish. Let me just
necessarily.
finish.
Do you
let me
know
just
why?
finish. Everyone is saying he's had a bad season. Not everyone, but I think
expectation to
in
what?
expectation to him, I think he scored 6 league goals.
Oh, is that it? Is that
Yeah,
it,
six
It's his
assists,
lowest.
yeah.
It's his lowest
Go on,
season.
go on.
I just think I just think it happens with young players, man. Once that young spark
years.
goes,
Wait, go on.
once that young spark goes, everyone's saying, because again, another thing, they want him to come and play left wing for us when he doesn't play left wing.
He is a left
for Real
winger,
Madrid.
though.
I know,
Yeah, he's a
but
left
for
winger.
me, if you're a left winger and you get played on the right, that's for a reason.
Because
my brother.
Vinny's
No,
there.
because Vinny, they told him. They
All
told
right,
him,
but
Vinny.
again, Vinny
Paul
can play on
Scholes
both
played left
sides as
wing.
well, but put it this way, both of them are left wingers. One of them's more dangerous on the left. Fair enough, Vinny is very, very dangerous. But for me, Rodrygo just does it. I hate when you lot move like I'm chatting. What a move from man, bro. What the f*** is wrong with man?
No
bro?
one stopped you.
Because he's angry about that. I can say to you,
I'm not even-
Barcelona, when Henry went there, Eto'o's through the middle, Henry had to go left. But I don't think any less of Henry because Eto'o's through the middle.
Henry's Henry. He got to do what he done.
But-
Rodrygo hasn't
Let me
done
come
it
in.
yet.
Let me come,
It's a
please.
a
treble
idea.
winner.
Look,
It's
right.
everyone in that team's a treble.
Right.
Let's buy Vasquez then.
You know what Madrid do
No,
when
that's terrible.
people
He's
play
the worst
good?
player. He's
Why
the worst
not,
player.
though? Let's buy Vasquez. He won all the worst
He just got sold. He got sold.
To ever play at the top level, in my opinion, for that long, Vasquez.
He was a captain.
Crazy, by the way.
Yeah, but he was
no
not someone that was
techers.
starting inside out for Real Madrid for years, bro. He was never brought in for that. Rodrygo, we can say numbers. Everyone wants the numbers to be great. Everyone signed players with numbers and they haven't been great. We've signed players that haven't had the best numbers, been good. Rodrygo plays right because Vinny plays left. Vinny's probably better on the left than Rodrygo. Someone has to compromise in that team. He's done it, and even when he's been on the bench, he's come. Look at the Champions League. He's come on and he's scored.
Yeah, man.
He's come on and he's
you
won
see him
Real
against
Madrid
us?
games.
It's not, you made a
If
point.
you're
He
talking
hasn't had a
this
great
season, then
yeah.
cool. Madrid
Yeah.
ain't been Madrid, but let's not act as if Madrid ain't it.
Madrid ain't been Madrid. Mbappe done what he done.
got like
Vinicius,
40 goals.
every other Real
Vinicius didn't have a
Madrid.
great
Vinicius has
season.
been bad.
Vinny didn't have a great season this year either. Bellingham didn't have a great season this year either.
I hear what you're saying, but this is my thing, yeah? I'm not. The question isn't if Rodrygo's good or not. He is good. Is he what Arsenal needs? You're not gonna come and score the 15+ league goals that we need. He's not. He's never done it for Real. So why would he do it for
But
us?
if you want 15, cool. But he can
yeah, I
give
don't-
you
yeah,
more than
yeah.
Martinelli
Much
and
more.
do
I don't know,
with
man.
numbers
Much more.
and with creativity.
I don't
Why are we
know.
acting? Bro, he's a bad
Hey,
boy.
can I say something?
Because he ain't got the numbers like Kylian and Vinny and Jude.
Why
and,
is he a bad boy then?
what do you mean he's a
Why
bad
is he
boy?
ask you a question now?
Him or Martinelli?
Martinelli out of curiosity.
him or Martinelli.
Bro, I'd rather keep Martinelli.
Wow.
That's
Ah,
crazy.
nah.
You're mad.
Next thing. We can't win.
My thing about football is like Sancho. I think Sancho's a much better player than Martinelli. If you ask me who I want left wing, I want Martinelli every time.
All right, so Cole, with that comparison there,
You didn't let him
Sancho
finish.
does. But they're two different players. The reason why Rodrigo and Martinelli are much closer together than a left midfielder playmaker. He's not a winger really and truly. He's going to hold the ball, cut inside. Sancho's cold.
Rodrigo is closer to Sancho
Than
than
to
he is to
Martinelli,
Martinelli.
100%.
100%.
I'm talking about style.
of play.
To me-
That's what I'm saying. Style.
First of all, he's not fast at all. He's got no pace.
Who's not fast?
Sancho is not fast
On the ball,
at
is-
Do you
all.
think Rodrigo's
Rodrigo's not-
Rodrigo's off.
You think
Rodrigo's
he's
off.
Like,
Nah,
like Martinelli?
No, I said
no,
but
no,
if-
no, no,
if
no.
I said
Closer.
if I said his pace and attribute for Martinelli or Rodrigo, we would say yeah. If I said his pace and attribute for Sancho, we would say no. That is not a one bit. So
I think.
But you would
that's-
say
but my
Techie
whole thing-
on
my
the
whole
ball.
thing-
Petty on the ball.
This is my thing. Rodrigo might even be faster than Martinelli, but who knows? That's not his style of play. Martinelli's to go at you. Rodrigo doesn't do that. And for me to have for
On
does
the
go
left
at
wing,
you.
on
He
the
does-
left
he
wing,
does go
on the
at you.
left wing, bro.
I don't know.
promise you,
Because
the
my
best of
thing
him.
is, I think he's more direct on the right. I'm not cussing him
Yeah.
because on the right he has to go touchline. On the left, he cuts in too early, wants to play with Cruz, and we don't have those kind of players, brother. We need our left winger to cut in and do things. As bad as Martinelli is, he does that.
Lippy also, remember, players are played because they're given instructions, and sometimes, especially the younger players, they'll just play to the instructions they're given. They haven't really got the sense of mind like a 27-year-old, 28-year-old to just take the game by the scruff of the neck and go, oh, Lamine Yamal. They don't really like that. So a lot of what you've been watching is a 22, 23-year-old playing with world-class players, still playing, having his team's respect. He's not one of these like young players that the team just sort of like, no, he has his team's respect, bro.
For me, wingers don't have a bad season at 24 and then become amazing at 25. For me, as a wide one,
So then
as
that
a
means,
wide man-
by your argument,
Uh-huh.
Vinicius Jr. is rubbish next season.
But the worst thing is, I don't even really love him either, bro.
And,
I'll
but you
tell
know what? To
the
be honest
truth,
with you,
bruv.
I'm with you there.
I'll be
Wait,
real.
boys.
I've never.
Boys, let me end this. We'll end this.
Can
Right,
I just
boys,
add?
boys.
Can I just add to what Lippy said? He said that Martinelli's known for cutting. Bro, all he ever does is go to the byline. If there's no space, he plays it back to the left back or Rice. He don't cut in as much as I've seen Rodrigo do the
No,
cutting
but
thing.
again, no, but that's the point. I don't want my winger to cut in so
you want him
early.
to go-
I want him to go.
Touchline.
You're not necessarily touchline, but at least cut in later on. My man's cutting in halfway.
And just to add to Lippy and add to Poe and everyone here, Lippy's not wrong. Only thing he's wrong in is that Rodrigo was so good a couple seasons. Well, he's been so good that this drop-off season when, like Menis said, Madrid have all dropped off. I'm not going to... if Arsenal can get him on a cheaper because of that, then good luck, Arsenal.
No
for
chance
getting
on
him.
cheap. Not on a cheap.
They won.
Not it's Madrid, bro.
They
This
want
is Madrid we're
80-something
talking about.
million.
Mate, and the Madrid drop-off, by the way, can contribute. Like, so, let me ask this before we go, because we've got to move on, boys. We've got... How many goals and assists did Saka get? Go on. Numbers.
He was injured for a while, so I'll give him that.
And then we know Rodrigo wasn't injured.
But he had
And he still
6'5".
outscored him.
Was he not?
No,
We don't know that. We don't
Rodrigo
know
was
that.
not
Scores
injured
5
this season.
assists.
We don't know that though. We don't know if he
Rodrigo
wasn't injured.
was not injured
We
this
know
season.
Saka was. We don't know that Rodrigo was. Do you know?
He wasn't out.
He played about 30 games.
he definitely
He played.
Poe's right. He played 30 games.
Yeah,
He played
I
30
watched
games.
Rodrigo. Menace, can we all agree? Mbappe changed the whole of Real Madrid.
100%.
So
In a bad way.
very bad way. They won the treble. Mbappe comes, they win nothing.
I don't. Is that
hope that
fair?
He's got better goals though.
Is that fair?
He changed it. He changed the team. That's one
There's
thing I
no
can agree with.
progress from Mbappe coming. It's not my
That's
words.
mad, and I said it early when I saw they got Mbappe. Their front three is all left wingers. They all favour the same angle. So I give Rodrigo that excuse. But when you've been playing that football for virtually your whole senior career, it's going to have an effect
No,
on your
the
ability.
whole game. If you watch Real Madrid before Mbappe, I'm watching Jude run beyond the striker. I'm watching even the wingers, yeah, because they had Hosselu. He'd cut up. So the wingers are coming in diagonal. You see the whole team.
Anyway,
Mbappe FC.
it's not about Real Madrid, but as you can see, the Arsenal fans are a bit... I
love it.
They're worried they're going to be left with
It's a difference, isn't it?
Havertz and who's the other guy that's been... Merino. You're not worried you're going to be left with them man there,
Havertz
innit?
and Merino.
Anyway,
We'll be fine. We'll
obviously,
do business. We'll be fine.
We've got the Filthy Fellas live show Wednesday, the 13th of August, Hackney Empire. Tickets for the show are in the description below. Also, Lips.
Patreon. Become a member. get early access behind the scenes of this episode.
Wow.
On Monday, what? Not
this episode. Robin,
Not
innit?
this episode.
I'd like to apologize. Next week, behind the scenes will be fully back.
Behind
fully
the scenes,
active.
man, where have you gone?
Yeah.
We will find you. So just, you know where the new office is. Yeah? But yeah, more exclusive content dropping
Also on the Patreon, we're going to be doing player cam. So the people, there's going to be a player that will have the glasses on, the Ray-Ban glasses. So look out for that on the Patreon. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Filthy out.
I don't know why I've done that. Sorry.